Hi, everybody. Welcome. My name is Melissa Richmond, and I'm the Executive Director of the West Claremont Center for Music and the Arts. I'm so excited that you're joining us today to learn a little bit more about our new ArtEx program. So I'm going to do a quick screen share for you, but before I do that, I'm going to introduce you to the wonderful Mary Gaetz, who's doing some workshops for ArtEx. She's doing basic acting, and she's also helping out with the program in general. So welcome, Mary. Thank you so much.
Hello, thanks for having me. I'm so excited to be here. So, like Melissa said, we're going to be sharing with you the highlights today of some of the video content that Melissa's put together on the West Claremont Center for Music and Arts website. So you guys can all see this too if you go to their website. And there's tons of videos to choose from. And we thought we'd just kind of start off today by going through a couple of our favorites that we have. And it's hard to choose. You really have to kind of look at all of them. So at the top of their page, when you go to it, there's this lovely video of it was a performance taped for the center, and it's all kinds of drumming. It really focuses on drumming, but at the end of it there's a really special instrument that comes into it, and so we really wanted to highlight the instrument called the balafon. And if you haven't heard of it, it's kind of like a xylophone, but it's from Africa, and this video talks about it and gives you some background on it.
All right, I'll do a nice little sample. Our technology isn't super duper fast today, so I think once everybody does this at home, I think that they'll probably have a nicer experience. I think everybody's on the internet today, Mary.
Everybody. They're all like Netflix, they're just binge watching.
I'm gonna try a different one. Let's see.
Okie doke.
All right, we'll just do a clip from right here. I love that instrument. It reminds me of a marimba, also, which we're pretty familiar with around here. But it's just so cool to hear it.
It's it's such a different sound, and I love how the artists talk about it. And it's a really important instrument to their culture too, which is really neat to hear about. We don't always get the story behind the instrument. And as somebody who doesn't really play an instrument, to my shame, it's really lovely to learn about them, even if I can't.
And it's so cool to hear more about those different traditions from Ghana and Guinea, because it's not something that, at least for me, I don't get to hear a lot about. And I love hearing about what places from around the world, what their instruments are like.
For sure, yes.
I had one of my favorites that we were talking about earlier is one of my very favorite actresses is part of this. Can you imagine that Judi Dench can be an exercise for your voice?
How is that possible, Melissa? Tell me more.
Let's see if the internet cooperates on this one. But again, I highly recommend that our friends at home check it out at home, because it's really not this blurry. It's just the internet right now. It gets better. It's always a good day when there's an I in there.
Awesome.
So we have, how many videos do we have? So that's actually, in total, that's 13 videos for this month. And then in the middle of October, we'll have another whole bunch of videos that will be up. And they'll all be around different interests. So we'll have theater. So you'll have some of these types of exercises, but then you'll also be able to see Mary next week and in November and do some activities as a group, which will be so fun. We did one a couple weeks ago, and it was so awesome. Everybody had so much fun.
It was a blast. But in between times, you can always come to this website. You can find fun videos that you can check out all by yourself. And I know I love watching all of these. They were all so fun. Even the ones where I'm like even singing is not something I really like to do, but I love watching that video of the people doing Judi Dench.
They are so fun. That video, so it's about 9 minutes long, and they have all of these short exercises that are so fun and funny. I just love it. But, it's great to be able to have it be fun and funny, but also be important things so that you know how to use your voice in a good way and have it nice and warmed up. You don't want to be singing the high notes like the Lady of the Night. Anybody who knows Mozart, one of the highest notes in music for the human voice. But when you're using your voice, you really want to make sure you're warmed up so that you don't hurt it.
Absolutely. That's really important.
And I know some of these things are very aspirational. I would love to learn more about ballet. And we actually have a video from the Hong Kong Ballet 40th anniversary, which is right down here at the bottom. And if you think you know what ballet looks like, watch this video, because you're going to find out that ballet is not only what you think. It's not only Swan Lake. There's a lot more going on there. And I just love the colors. It was so cool.
Yeah.
What about you, Mary? Do you have any aspirational videos?
I do. So I, for years, have told myself I'm going to learn how to play the piano. There's no excuse for me not knowing that. And I haven't done it yet. So I really loved the Marriage of Figaro video. It's this lovely person playing. It's for 4 hands, right? So 2 people, but he plays it on like both parts and then lays the videos on top of each other. It's so fun. And of course makes it look very easy. But I like to watch it and think I could do that. I could do that too.
Right. Yeah. He makes it look so easy. And it's really clever use of technology when you can't be around a bunch of other people. He just did the whole thing himself.
Yeah. Very, very resourceful.
That is so much fun. There's also a really cool dancer-size warm-up, which is also, when you're dancing and when you're running, warming up is so important. And there are fun ways to do that, so it doesn't have to be boring. No. And next time we'll have to draw the alien from Pixar.
I really want to do that.
Yes. When our internet is working, we're going to do a draw off and see who can do it as fast as the video and who gets the closest.
Yes, that's awesome.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much for joining us, Mary.
Of course. And if you want to do acting with me next week, please feel free. We're hopefully going to do a little bit in reference to the Performing a Sonnet video that you see here on the webpage. Don't let the big S word Shakespeare scare you away. Anybody can do Shakespeare. And we are going to do that in part and do some other fun things. So I hope you'll come play with me.
That's so cool. So people can go to our website and you'll be able to go there from the ArtEx page. So hopefully you can see at the top of my screen, it's wcc-ma.org/ArtEx. And you can find this whole list here. The other thing that we'd love for you to do is there's this very colorful feedback and ideas button. So for those of you at home, we would love if you would fill that survey out for us, because if you say that you love dancing from on top of a ball, we will try to incorporate that into a future ArtEx thing. But also the awesome thing that's going to be happening soon is our art boxes. So anybody who signs up, you can request a scholarship box or you can pay for your box, but anybody can get a box that is going to be full of, we'll have some picture books in there based on your age. We'll have drawing type materials if you'd like that sort of thing. We'll have music for you to listen to at home, and just all sorts of fun things that will help you to be able to do the education activities as we go forward month to month. So you'll have this great little bag of goodies that you can create at home. And then we want you to come join us and show us what you're creating, and you can ask us questions. So Mary and I will be here. We're going to invite some artists to join us. And we're just going to have a lot of fun creating from home and from small, safe groups. And hopefully, eventually, we'll be able to meet together. So thank you, everybody, for joining us from home. Don't forget to fill out your feedback and ideas sheet. And we will see you next week.
Thank you all.